the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detail.
Hello, there we go. Test 1, 2. Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight the KDC Home Improvement 360 Sprint Cars. And I'm not sure why the ticker isn't working. It's showing up on my end. I do apologise about this. The ticker's working on my end fine, but not sure why it isn't coming up on the race screen. We do apologise. We'll get set for qualifying here in just a moment. Alright, looks like we're going to have to run this without a ticker unless it wants to work. And this is really annoying. Qualifying up next on the program. Alright, qualifying on the program right now. Once again, we're going to try and get these tickers working. I have to revert back to the old one here in just a moment. Alright, well, you know what? Unfortunately, it's just going to have to be the one that we're going to have to... We do apologise about this, but certainly had an inconvenience for not only myself, but everybody else watching. We'll move into heat racing action here for your KDC Home Improvement 360 winged sprint car. Thank you very much for the host on Twitch. I appreciate it. Welcome into our Twitch viewers. Welcome into the people watching on YouTube, and of course our Facebook viewers as well. Heat race number 1. Being set, and of course we're still going to roll through your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid. Starting on pole in caliber 49, the number auto parts entry, it's going to be David Heilemann. On his outside, the Craig Kinzer Racing Sim Team in the 005 entry, it's going to be Braden Eiler. At a position number 3 in caliber 7, going to be Josh Close, and on his outside in the Team BLR.com Bear Hill Gang number 23, it's Stephen Calavoda. And we go back to Trevor Cheney in the 99, starts position 5, Dylan Mirando. At a position 6, Mitch Stiles, Matt Bailey, Bailey Bennett, and Charles Boggs. Heat race number 1, getting set to roll off here in your KDC Home Improvement 360 winged sprint cars as we are green here in the first heat race on the night. Oh, Braden Eiler upside down in turns 1 and 2 in the 99 of Trevor Cheney. Bailey Bennett trying to get through there in the number 72 car. Going to trigger the yellow flag here for the first time this evening. Brendan Eiler catching the infield tyres there in turn number 1. Oh, look, there's some sort of issue with ATVO. I'm not sure what the issue is, but it's not bringing up our overlay. Which kind of sucks and it's kind of annoying because it's working on my end. Chew, is that any better there? Well, if things can go wrong, they're certainly going wrong. Is that any better? Let us know. Any better there? How's it going to be into the wall in turn number 1 and 2? Any better? You can hear us, thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Just everything seems to be going wrong at the moment. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know why the overlay isn't working. It's actually quite frustrating. Caution flag flies here, and I get the feeling that tonight here at Kokomo, in the main event, I get the feeling we are going to see a number of these on the racetrack. Well, let's just say we didn't miss much anyway of the first heat race. David Harleman got the win in that one. Again, we apologise for the no overlays, but thank you very much for the likes and follows. Appreciate it. Welcome into the stream. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button on the video. Get your name on the top of the screen with the Facebook notifications. Green flag back out. As we're going to complete lap number 7 with 3 to go. Dylan Howes, your race leader. Second going to be Ernie Williams Jr. Followed there back to James Grace. Grace looking on the inside on Williams Jr. into turn number 1 and 2 once again. Grace down to the low side. Then you go back to Michael Sheridan. Sheridan shuts the door on Holstrand. Holstrand dove to the inside in turns 3 and 4. Oh, contact Grace and Williams Jr. through 3 and 4. Hauser going to get the win. Ernie Williams Jr. second, third is going to be James Grace. Then we go back to Michael Sheridan. In fact, Sheridan going to get Grace for third. Warm-up session with our dash up next on the program. So our dash car's getting set to come out onto the racetrack. This will line up the top 6 starting positions in tonight's main event. And well, we've also got all of our badges working as well. If you haven't done so already, check out Ultimate Dirt TV group on Facebook. Keep up to date with what's going on, not only on our broadcast, but any broadcast that we are going to watch or going to do. I'll have some sort of hand in. We'll post it in our Ultimate Dirt TV group. Search up Ultimate Dirt TV group on Facebook. Hit the apply button, and we'll get you accepted in. 4 cars going to be in tonight's dash. Top 2 from each. Should be having the top 3 from each as Michael Sheridan and Stephen Calavoda coming out on the racetrack. 6 laps, 6 cars. How they finish is how they will start the first 6 positions in tonight's main event. Alright, David Harleman, Dylan Hauser on the front row. Green flag is out. We're underway in tonight's dash. Hauser straight down to the inside. Looks for the slide job. Harleman works around the outside. Josh Close working the bottom side. Nearly 3 wide. 3 wide for a moment in turns number 3 and 4. Hauser and Harleman contact. Sheridan around. Calavoda now looking to go to the front. Ernie Williams Jr. on the outside. But Josh Close going to lead lap number 2. Calavoda sits second. Third is Ernie Williams Jr. David Heilemann sits back there in position number 4. And Ernie Williams Jr. now 3 wide. On the outside. Heilemann now. Slide job on Calavoda. Oh, Williams Jr. around the outside. Catches the wall and goes for a massive ride. White flag is out. Final time in tonight's trophy dash. Holy moly, it had it all. Josh Close gonna win. Second gonna go to Calavoda. In fact, looks like they're gonna do one more lap right now, but Josh Close gonna win. Calavoda's still gonna grab second. David Heilemann gonna be third. Fourth is gonna be Dylan Housen. You go back to Ernie Williams Jr. and Michael Sheridan. So Josh Close and Stephen Calavoda are going to start on the front row for tonight's main event. We'll take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV. And we'll be back in just a moment. Alright, as we approach the 1 minute mark here on this warm-up session before tonight's main event. I'm going to apologise about the overlay not working on the screen. For us, nothing had changed over the past, I don't know, 4 days, and for some reason it just does not want to work, so I'll do my best to keep you updated on the drivers and the cars and the car numbers on the racetrack, and of course how many laps are left. Of course, you are watching the KDC Home Improvement 360 Winged Sprint Cars live from the Kokomo Raceway, presented by World of Thunder. Of course, we do want to thank our sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt TV. Of course, you can check them out on our website. Head over to www.ultimatedirttv.com. From there, click on the Sponsors tab. Maybe Justin. Also, wonderful people that help us here on a season basis and a weekly basis behind the scenes. Of course, Wicked Cushion, 19designs.com, a World of Thunder iRacing League, Dirt Leagues Australia, JR Productions and Media, and Black Diamond Motorsports. We move into our main event part of the night. Also, let's take a look at that Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid. So our top 6 from the dash, I believe we had Josh Close going to start on pole alongside Stephen Calavoda. David Hartleman will start position number 3. Out of position 4, going to be the 2 car of Dylan Hauser. Ernie Williams Jr. will start alongside Michael Sheridan in row number 3. And we go back to row number 4, we got the 27 of Dylan Mirando. Out of position 7, out of position 8, the 269 of James Grace. And we go back to Matt Bailey out of position 9. Zach Holstrom in the 188 will start position number 10. Mitch Stiles in 11th. Devin Butt in 12th. And we go back to Braden Isla in 13th. Stephen McMillan in 14th. Bailey Bennett going to be 15th. We got Charles Boggs and Trevor Cheney bringing up the rear. There was scheduled to be 19 cars, but 2 cars not making the call. So we're going to put 17 cars on the racetrack. 40 laps going to be the distance around Kokomo Speedway. The pace truck going to be in this time by. This is not going to be the start of the race. These drivers are going to go around. Once they get out of turn number 2, we'll get our top 6 spots, top 6 starting positions lined up correctly. And of course, the drivers are going to go into a 3-wide salute. They've got 5 laps to get this done. Make that 4, because on the 5th lap, that's when we'll go green. So just confirming these starting positions in the top 6, Josh Close, Stephen Calavoda. Then go back to Dylan Hauser and David Heileman. In fact, it's going to be David Heileman and Dylan Hauser. So here are the drivers. Instead of going into a 4-wide salute at these smaller tracks, the drivers have all agreed and race control to go into a 3-wide salute as their way of thanking you, the fans. This is the World of Thunder and the KDC Home Improvement 360 Sprint Cars. We are 3 wide as the drivers thank you, the fans, for coming out and watching these drivers put on a show as we get set for a 40-lap main event as the drivers will now break formation. And then we'll get set to unleash these 360 machines around the tight bull ring that is Kokomo Speedway. It is time to go. Next time by Josh Close and Stephen Calavoda on the front row. Green flag is out, 40 laps the distance. And Josh Close going to lead into turn number 1 and 2. Hauser catching the wall in turns 1 and 2. Calavoda runs second, third. He's going to be Hauser around the outside. Move Hauser into position number 2. Harleman and Ernie Williams Jr. trying to make their way through this field as well. In positions 4 and 5. Hauser around the outside. Got the run on the top side and now got the top spot into turn number 1 and 2. Dylan Hauser, your race leader. Second going to be Josh Close. No, make that David Harleman. Harleman right through the middle of 3 and 4 he was. Goes to the top in turn number 1 and 2. These drivers are just inches away from that wall. Hauser continues to lead from Harleman. Josh Close on screen in the green and white, number 7. Fourth place battle going on. Stephen Calavoda in the mean green and blue, number 23, sits in position number 4. Fifth now is the black, red and white, number 91. That's Ernie Williams Jr. Sheridan back there in position 6, fighting it out with James Grace, Dylan Miranda, Zach Holstrand and Braden Isla. Make up your top 10. Ernie Williams Jr. around the outside on Josh Close into 3. He got by Stephen Calavoda on the previous lap. So move Ernie Williams Jr. now into position 3. McMillan stays low into turn number 3 and 4. He's going to let the leaders on by, but looks like we've got the 15 car of Michael Sheridan. Take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. It was just run on the bottom side. Just got it in the slick and spun the car around. We come back to live pictures from Kokomo. Lights out on the iRacing.com official paint truck. This is going to be 17 complete. Green flag out. 28 to go. So technically 12 completed with 28 to run. Hauser from Harleman top 2, rail the cushion in turn number 3 and 4. Then you go back to Ernie Williams Jr. in the black, red and white, number 91. Josh Close in the green and white, number 7, sits position 4. Stephen Calavoda in the 23, run on the bottom side of the racetrack. Keeps up your top 5, but James Grace going to drive around the outside as the caution flag going to fly once again. Sure what happened then with those drivers at the back. Again, we're going to do our best to keep you guys updated on how many laps are in the books, how many laps are left. I think we done a broadcast after the update anyway. I think I did the Schaefer's Oil Touring Modifieds UMP series for Team VLR on Thursday night, I believe it was. 23 laps remain. So we're near the halfway stage of this race. Harleman through the middle of 3 and 4. Trying to get a run on Dylan Howes. They go straight back to the top side. And keep an eye on the drivers in 4th, 5th and 6th. Nice little three-way battle right now. Josh Close got to hang on to the 4th spot. James Grace move him into position number 5. Stephen Calavona continues to roll the bottom side of the racetrack back there in position number 6. Braden Isla started position 13, I think it was. He's right on the top side of the racetrack. Going to look to get by the 269 of James Grace. Move himself into position number 5. He will do so. And Braden Isla now has got himself a top 5 spot on a lockdown. Going to get by Josh Close in car number 7. The Close going to move up the racetrack a little bit on the exit of turn number 2. But Braden Isla, given the outside line, he'll take it any day of the week. Here is your top 3 on screen from left to right. Dylan Hauser in the 2 car, just seen on the bottom of your screen. Your race leader, David Harleman as well. Then you go back to Ernie Williams Jr. Ernie sitting in 3rd spot on the racetrack for the time being. Hauser once again going to make his way through lap traffic. He's by Steve McMillan and then by the 03 car of Charles Boggs. Next on, Mitch Styles. He hung on to it. Yellow's going to fly. And they were going to get the 15, well, they're on the 15 to go signal with Mitch Styles. And the 19designs.com Wicked Cushion entry in the 54. And I once again stacked his field back up. With about 12 laps to go. This is caution flag number 3. Not too bad so far. Track is starting to slicken off on the top side. It's very slick. Making it very difficult for these drivers. 11 laps to go. Dylan Hauser leads from David Harleman and Ernie Williams Jr. Then you go back to Braden Isla and James Graves. Round out your top 5 green flag. Back out onto the racetrack into turn number 1 and 2. Hauser once again. David Harleman all over the back of him, down the back straight away into turn number 3 and 4. They get to the top. Harleman drives it back down through the middle, looking for some grip. He goes back to the top in 1 and 2. Ernie Williams Jr. running a length lower. A car lane lower than what David Harleman was in turn number 1 and 2. We stay green. 9 laps to go. This time by for Dylan Hauser, the top 4. Really checked out from the rest of the field. 1 and 2. Hauser and Harleman both got into the wall simultaneously. Ernie Williams Jr. done very well not to tag the back of the 49 of David Harleman. Braden Island down low, now move himself into position 3. Ernie Williams Jr. back to the inside, side by side. Island going to take over position number 3. Again, Harleman just watching, following Dylan Hauser in the 2 car. 6 laps to go. Harleman down to the inside. Slide job for the lead. Hauser turns it underneath him. And Hauser got a great run on the exit of turn number 2. Harleman down low trying something different. 5 remain. Now we reach the point of no return with 4 laps to go. If the caution flag flies, we end under yellow. Let's see if these drivers can end on the green flag. Into turn number 3. Hauser, Harleman. There is nothing in it between the pair. Oh, the lap car. David Harleman slides 2, nearly 3 for 1. Hauser with a massive move on the outside. 2 laps to go this time by. Can Hauser get it done here in Kokomo? Harleman to the inside, slide jump, no, Hauser White flag is out. We race it to the end this time. Oh, Heilemann again throwing some haymakers on Dylan Hauser, but Dylan Hauser gonna get the win. Oh boy, what a drive by Dylan Hauser. Second gonna go to David Heilemann. Braden Eiler home in third. Holy cow. We'll waste no time in trying to chat with our top three here right now. We'll go straight down to a victory lane where we chat with the man that gets the job done. Just a fantastic drive. The number 2 car of Dylan Hauser. Dylan, congratulations on this win. Man, Heilemann threw everything at you, but you had the run on the top side and that's all you needed. Good job.
Thanks, man. Yeah, David ran a good race. He threw some sliders, and I was just nervous. I'm not the greatest up there on the top in a sprint car, but I just tried to hit my marks every lap, and I did, and was able to bring it home in one piece.
There's a couple of times where you guys got to lap traffic, and of course, lap traffic, you know, it sort of helped you out a little bit there. You're able to get through those guys. I mean, talk about what it's like to get through these lap cars on these, you know, difficult track conditions.
Yeah, they were fairly good lap cars. They kind of moved out of the way and let me and David race, and I was actually able to put a few in between us, and that kind of like gapped me and David a little bit, so that was good. Then we got a yellow, and it kept getting a couple of yellows, and it tightened us back up, but it was a good race. Not many cautions, surprisingly, here at Kokomo, and track wasn't that sketchy, but it was definitely nerve-wracking.
All right, those last sort of 3 or 4 laps, well, yeah, from pretty much 4 laps to go onwards, right up until the checker, you know, Heilemann in 1 and 2 was, you know, certainly putting pressure on the others. A couple of times where he went to slide you, but there was one time where he did actually slide you and you crossed it back underneath him. I thought that was the race-winning move just because of the speed that he got off the cushion and drove it back down to the racetrack.
Yeah, I seen him coming, so I pretty much apexed my corner pretty early so I could drive right back by him. And I was lucky I was able to clear him, had enough speed to clear him. Because if I couldn't clear him, it was the race. It was his race to lose from there on. But I had enough speed off the top to clear him and to get back into 3 back on the top. So that was like really won the race there. And he threw a couple sliders off turn 2 again, but they just weren't like the one he threw before that cleared me all the way.
All right, well, you put that number 2 in victory lane, so we'll hand the microphone over to you to thank a few people, sponsors, shout-outs, all that good stuff.
Yes, TTL Esports, THY Design, SimWorks, Racing Sim Chassis, Joel Berkeley, Lewis, Nick, Tyler, all the guys at TTL, appreciate it, and try to get another win here in late models here in a few hours, or I don't even know how long we got, but an hour, I think. So see you guys there.
All right, there we go, Dylan Hauser there, home in first place tonight. I mean, second place tonight. He's not usually used to being a bridesmaid, but he's going to have to be a bridesmaid tonight. David Heilemann, second place. A little bit disappointing for yourself not getting the job done, but second place, it's still nothing to hang your head about. Good job.
Yeah, race was pretty fun. Dash was messy, but at start third, and Dylan was able to kind of beat me to the front. And it would be between me and him for the most part. I know Ernie was there. He did a good job of keeping his nose off my rear end when I was kind of trying to cut down in 3 and 4. But I was waiting for Bragan to get to us too. But yeah, it was just a typical Kokomo. Pretty much top. There were a couple pretty fun sliders, but it's just Dylan deserved to win that one. I couldn't force him into a mistake when I needed to. So it was a good job of him.
Oh, you just said the word sliders, and well, we'll go back to this, and I did ask Dylan this question. There was one time where you threw a slider, it cleared 2 lap cars, and you almost cleared Hauser as well. I mean, it's just such a ballsy move to make, especially in 1 and 2. You really need to make that move in 1 and 2 to set yourself up for 3 and 4.
Yeah, once the bottom kind of gets worn in, it's a lot easier to throw a slider because it's not so rough almost because there's like negative bank in there. But then yeah, I didn't think I was gonna clear him on that one. In my 1 and 3 and 4, I maybe could have. We probably would have just both ended up in the fence. But yeah, once he got around me on that one and stayed in it, it was white flag then, and it was pretty much over.
Well, I'm sure there's 120,000 fans cheering for you behind you in the backyard there at WrestleMania. I can hear that in the background. But before we get out of here, David, second place run here tonight. Who do you need to thank?
Yeah, just KKR Sim Team, Napa Auto Parts, Wicked Energy Gum, KDC Home Improvement for coming on this series, and Dirt Race Network for putting it on. Or, yeah, like you say, we're about to watch some WrestleMania now.
Who's
Let's go,
putting it on?
Becky
Who's
Lynch.
putting it on?
I think KDC Home Improvement.
No, you just said the Dirt Racing Network.
Oh, geez. Yeah, those other guys. Ultimate Dirt TV.
What an absolute rookie! Who would have this? It sounds like this is your first rodeo in a broadcast.
No, I always
Yeah,
choke
you
under
know what? Yeah,
pressure when you're broadcasting, so I'm never in the booth up with you. It's rare, you know.
get out of here, fool! Get out of here,
I
fool!
haven't been on my Aussie races in a while, you know.
Yeah, anyhow, good job on second.
All right, thank you.
Jesus. Good guys, the Dirt Racing Network. Make sure you check them out on Facebook as well. We'll now chat to the driver that comes home in third place tonight from, I believe, the 13th starting spot. Braden Noller, congratulations on a third place run. It was a heck of a drive, and, well, you put a cushion right near a wall. That's where the 005 car is going to go, and that's exactly where you went. Third place run here tonight. Talk about how you were able to get through the cars.
Yeah, I was really I had to try the bottom a lot to try to get around the guys on the top that was holding it up a little bit. I had to move around a little bit to see what ground I can make up, but of course probably the best I could do was up on top, and I just kind of tried to make my way up through there the best I could, and eventually I got up to about top 5 and had a decent battle there with Ernie and got by him, and just hoping maybe for another caution before the end, so that way I could maybe get a run on Dylan, or I'm not Dylan, sorry, yeah, Dylan Hauser or David, and didn't really get that chance, but pretty proud for third.
Do you think that it could have been a what if case here, as if you had started up near the front in the top 3 rows or even top 4 rows, that you might have been able to get to those guys at the front quicker and really put the pressure on those guys for where you could have competed for that win?
Maybe I was kind of trying some new stuff tonight, test and see what would work. I haven't really ran this place in a while, so it's kind of a test session for me. I might have had some for him, but I think there was a couple things missing there that I needed to try to figure out that I didn't really have any in place.
Well, third place from position 13, I believe it was. So a heck of a drive, to pass 10 cars on a top side dominant track. You got through the traffic fairly easily, and well, it was a heck of a drive watching that 005 machine come from the back to the front. But of course, before we get out of here, sponsor shout out to all that good stuff who makes it happen for that wheels to turn on that machine.
Yeah, thanks to you guys, UDTV and Word of Thunder for putting the show on, and thanks to my sponsors, Third Eastern Network, Wicked Cushion, Rockstar Productions, Border Tire, and huge thanks to Wicked Cushion for getting all this together for the Kinzer Sim team. Shout out to all them guys, and Craig Kinzer, and family and everyone at home.
All right, there we go. Braden Noller, they're home in third place tonight, but of course the win going to the TTL Esports Simworks down on the graphics Thigh Designs, number 2 car of Dylan Hauser, as he will lead the 40th lap and come away with the victory here tonight. Again, we do apologise about the overlay issues. We'll try our best to get that sorted for the Ohio Freshwaters Adventures Super Late models, because they'll be up in 1 hour and 10 minutes time, so we'll got some work to do behind the scenes to get that done. And of course, a big thanks to our sponsors, Wicked Cushion, 19 Designs, World of Thunder iRacing League, Dirt Leagues Australia, JR Productions and Media, and Black Diamond Motorsports. Check them out on our website. Head over to www.ultimatedirttv.com. Of course, thanks for likes, shares, follows, guys. I appreciate it. We'll be back in, as I said, just over an hour's time for some super late models. We head to, I believe, Eldora Speedway, so keep an eye on the Facebook page, our YouTube page, and of course our Twitch channel as well. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, this is Brett Wheeler signing off for the KDC Home Improvement 360 Sprint Cars presented by World of Thunder, and we'll see you very shortly.